right, we are back for some more D&D tonight, guys.
Finally.
Feels
I
like
know,
it's been an age and a half.
Oh God, you have no idea.
I have an idea.
Okay, that's fair.
You're the only one that has an idea, Rona.
Yep. So there was a little bit of a complication last week that caused it so that I was unable to be available last Friday, and so what ended up happening is last Thursday, my wife and I actually had our first son, and so yeah, born at 5:35 a.m. So he's here now, and it's been great. But we couldn't play because we were in the we had to stay in the hospital due to COVID and everything, as well as just the recovery process of having birth. My wife had to stay in the hospital for 3 days, and so we were just not home. But we are home now. Everything's been going great, and we look forward to seeing what the future holds for us and him. And so, if at any point in time, going forward, this is both for you guys and for the viewers. If I at any point in time need to have to say, okay, we're going to take a break right here. I mean, we're going to take a break right here, right now, and everything's going on mute. Because most likely, I need to step away to help with a baby.
Mm-hmm. Totally understandable.
So,
Just a baby.
Not
the baby, just a baby.
Sorry, I thought I was hearing somebody echo.
Yeah. It's blind.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Also, we hear every single rustle of paper from him.
I'm on my phone.
We understand. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. So yeah, that's kind of the game plan. That'll be the game plan going forward. I still plan on having these games. However, with an infant, things are subject to change at the drop of a hat. So, you know, make sure you guys are staying up with me on Twitter. Because if I ever make an announcement before we go streaming about not having a game, I will post it on Twitter. And that's just at Big Ripper. But that is the game plan.
You know what I just realized?
What's that?
You are Big Ripper. So does that mean your son is a Little Ripper? Like, no, seriously. I am drawing that.
You just go blind.
So here,
He's not
I would
wrong.
say, yeah, he's not wrong. I think the only thing that would have made that better if we would have named him Jack.
Oh no.
No.
Well, that can be his nickname.
Maybe. But that is kind of the. Again, that is what has been going on. That is what it is. That is why we did not stream last week, but we will most likely have a normal schedule going forward. Again, if for whatever reason the schedule is not normal, I will make it known on social media before the stream. So, with that being said, I think it is time that we go ahead and dive back into some D&D, because I think most of us have a little bit of an itch for it now, so...
We all fucking need it right now.
That's fair.
Oh yeah.
So, last time we played, the party enjoyed some R&R as they had a festival in their honor. They spent some time playing games, winning prizes, making and losing some money in a fight pit.
Worth it.
Excuse me.
The guy who
they
lost.
you settled down in the bar that they actually this would have been they would have settled down at the tavern, the nightcap, with the dark elf Ladara being their host. They slept there, and the next morning, during breakfast, they inquired with the dark elf about the porcelain mass that they discovered under the mountains. She was able to reveal to them that the mass are mentioned in a fairy tale, folklore of in these parts of the Sleeping King, a once man-made god of sorts. As far as she is aware, however, it is just that, a fairy tale, a superstition. The party, on the other hand, knowing and having one of the mass, not so much convinced that it's just a fairy tale. After in conversation about that, and then a mention of the rogue cleric who fled from the city of Deja, Turban, sorry.
Turban.
Who? Torben?
Mm-hmm. Torben, who fled the city of Deja after being discovered of his nightly activities, in which he was capturing the young women from the town he was of Deja and sacrificing them to some unknown entity. Assumably, from what they were able to piece together, the party believes that it is Tenebris. What he is trying to accomplish there, they know not, but he fled. And when Lindara mentioned something of young women in the town of Tolis also going missing, the party immediately left the tavern, went to go find John, their new friend from a couple sessions ago, the half-orc paladin, and is proceeding to essentially track down this lead, hopefully in a means to put an end to Torben's mischief. So, where you guys are currently leaving the bar and going to look for John. You know that John was in the city. He wasn't working. He was just kind of with. It appeared to have been family at some point, at least as far as you could tell. Even though none of them were orcs or half orcs in any means, they all bore the same crest. Both family crest. Sorry, they all wore their family crest, the same family crest. So, what would you guys like to do?
Did we find him?
Make an investigation check. Or perception, sorry. Perception. I'll say with advantage, because I'm assuming everybody's looking.
Bloop.
Good thing.
18.
18.
Good thing, yes.
Let's see. Yeah, I would say so, because John, you're not necessarily hiding. Plus, you're a fairly big person. You're a little hard to miss. So, John, what would you be doing kind of early, not necessarily early, probably 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m., the following morning after spending the previous evening with family at a festival? What would you be doing this morning?
Probably still be asleep, resting a hangover.
That's understandable. So we'll say,
Uh-oh.
we will say, we will say that you guys find John kind of in an alleyway, apparently in some kind of drunken stupor, snoring away. His large greatsword kind of resting beside him, his hands almost death gripped around it. Definitely looks like somebody, even if they were, unconscious, you wouldn't want to wake them. See if anybody's brave enough. Nope. So
D-Knock? Mage hand?
sorry. All right. So John, as the morning sun is beginning to rise, you begin to feel the sudden jab of a finger in the side of your head, almost on your temple.
And you hear from a distance away, poke, 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 poke.
What time is it?
It's time for us to get a move on. Get up, sleepyhead. Come on.
Who the heck are you people?
Were the people who helped you save the town leaders?
What town? What are you talking about?
He appears to be very still inebriated.
Cardin, do you want to handle this one?
It'd be better if he actually
That's
I'm
a
gonna
weird
make it.
text. Okay. You're gonna
Yeah,
walk.
I don't know why.
You're gonna walk.
that.
Yeah, I don't. That's weird. Are you gonna walk up and cast cast Lesser Restoration on them?
Oh yeah, he looks like trash, doesn't he? He
Yes.
doesn't appear to remember anything. May as well give it a shot.
All right. You walk up.
You can just have it yourself.
So, John, you watch as this, well, comparatively to you, the small human walk up and just touch you, and you watch as this bright, holy energy just flows through you. You are no longer hungover, you are no longer intoxicated, and the memories that were flooded become clear. You do recognize this group. They are a group of individuals that you had met in the past. You fought beside them, protecting the city leader Zio, as well as fighting alongside the one who's actually currently touching you, and the one not wearing armor, kind of in the back. You fought alongside them to slay demons, probably a week ago.
Oh yeah, everybody.
Ah, good, you remember now.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
Wow.
I'm actually surprised
I
that
remember
worked.
being in this alleyway, but I mean, it must have been a hell of a time last night. Am I right? So, where are we off to? And I get up to my feet. I'm like ready to go.
We're off to kill
Alright.
shit.
What did
Well-
Glenn just say?
Ask questions first. Kill things later.
Nah, I
Kill
kill
things
first.
first, ask second. Yeah.
Oh no,
Kill
no,
first.
two of them.
Okay.
Oh, there's two of us.
Yes.
If what I remember if I remember everything correctly, my inference is going to be we're going to find God.
Ooh, man.
So
You
Ow.
roboted hard.
Yeah, you
my
roboted right there
ears.
at like the last 5 words or so.
What is going on with my Discord?
Um.
Oh,
internet.
it picked that up just fine.
Right.
There is. What's it called?
I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect.
Alright, that sounds good.
As he doesn't cut out at all that whole time.
Hello?
Hey,
here.
welcome back.
Is that better? Or is it
We'll
still
find out.
robot?
You're
Okay.
Well, you
doing
start
fine
describing
now, but
something.
We'll find out.
Okay.
So what was it you said? I'm sorry. Would you mind repeating that?
Basically I said, well, if I remember our conversation correctly, we're gonna go fight a god.
God.
What?
Or
When do we have this discussion?
fake-
Okay,
or
so
maybe that was just in my...
so what you're remembering? Actually, give me a history check.
Oh boy.
You know what?
This should be relatively easy for everybody in the party.
Oh, yeah. It's a 3.
Oh, we're all histering?
Yeah, we all.
Oh god.
I
Well, at
mean,
least I have an
sure.
excuse.
Oh my lord. 12?
Okay. I mean, John, you weren't there, so it won't affect you.
Dang.
He recalls it
wasn't
anyway.
part of the party.
No, dude, that's fine. You still rolled higher than literally almost everyone.
Except for the one who's supposed to be smart.
Valinar, Cardin, you guys are going to fight a god. Katya and Dinok, you guys remember that the entity known as the Sleeping King was a man-made god. However, you guys doubt he is the one behind the disappearances of these young ladies in this city.
Well, it was the guy we didn't capture.
You believe
Yes.
so, yeah.
Well,
You guys believe it is Torben.
Yep. We have some
At
loose
least
ends
it's
to
the
wrap up.
At least it's the same. At least it is the same MO.
alright. So we're gonna go fight a god.
No, we're going to go to the slums to investigate the disappearances of some young ladies.
Which could
Are you
eventually
sure
lead to
you're
fighting
a-
god.
Are you sure you're a cleric?
This guy's a false god, it's fine.
So if he's not a real god, it's not murder? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying it's okay to kill false gods.
Who says we're fighting a god anyways?
I'm fine with fighting a false god or a god, either one.
I don't think we're quite experienced enough for this.
No, I think we got this.
You know, if y'all want to go fight gods, leave me out of that. I got my butt kicked by a half-naked guy who could divide himself, okay?
And as much as I wish I could be there with you guys, I know I wouldn't be ready. Because if
Thank
a god is as powerful as I think they are, we would need to be, I don't know, gods ourselves to fight back.
Not necessarily.
Well, if we can achieve godhood on our own, that would certainly turn the tables in our favor, wouldn't it?
Dinok just goes silent and is just,
Dinok, that's actually an interesting concept to you. As much as you despise gods, you've never considered attempting to replicate what they are. Because if you have the power to save and bring back your loved one, and even prevent others from going through the same experience as you, making yourself a god, you could replace one of them, the ones that wouldn't listen.
exactly what he's thinking.
Sorry, trying to help with different things. I thought that would be an interesting idea to kind of throw out there. Anyway, what are you
And
guys
that's
doing?
exactly where his brain went.
Well, I'm glad my brain works as chaotically as yours. So. All right, where are you heading?
Enoch is just
What?
going to start wandering off to the slums.
Yeah, if nobody else
Still
has
in
any
thought.
bright ideas, I'm going with him.
By the way, Enoch's not waiting; he's just walking, lost in thought.
Jeez. Sorry
Hey,
about
wait for me.
messing with my mic there. All right, okay. You guys begin heading towards the slums. I'm not going to make you roll for it. The city is pretty easily designed in the way that how the slums
Just
would
follow
be
the
located.
just follow the stench of sweat and shit.
I mean, that is a
By
way
the
to
way-
do it. So, yeah.
Is anyone else following us, or are they just still talking about fighting gods?
We're walking and talking
Fighting
about
the god.
They're walking and talking about fighting a god now.
Okay. Yeah.
You can kind of hear in the background, man, gods would be...
Men, am I right?
There might be a
Oh.
way to steal them.
No, nobody relates to me. Never mind.
You're heading towards the slums, so what would you guys like to... Where would you guys like to start your investigation?
Do they have a church around here?
In the slums or in general?
In the slums. Or nearby? Because my knowledge would dictate that people living in the slums need some kind of hope to live for, so they'd be frequenting the church. If anybody would know who's missing, it would be the church.
Or the Bible.
I can hear him in the background.
I'm gonna ask if there a baby in the swamp. Like investigate the baby. I'm gonna roll for investigation of
Oh,
the
wait.
baby.
Sure, go for it. There are many babies in the slums.
How would John handle a baby?
But they...
Oh
You
gosh.
don't know.
Yeet.
Oh no! No!
Trying to like find.
It's hideous. Put it back.
Dead baby.
Oh, I didn't know the monster was gonna just be like a bunch of babies.
Ooh, that's a fun idea. No, I'm kidding. That's
Oh no!
Like a bunch
there
of
is a
babies
church in
just,
the...
like,
God, there is a church in the slums though. This is primarily dedicated to Vita, however.
Life.
Hold up, mate. Here. Ah, makes sense.
Yeah, life.
Yeah, the god of life. Well, goddess.
Interesting. That sounds like a good place to begin our search.
Wait, repeat that.
There is a temple in the slums. It's not a very big one, but it is a temple dedicated to Vita, the goddess of life.
The goddess of life.
Yep.
Oh wait.
Life is but a fleeting memory.
What is going on with...
Valinar is having some connection issues between him and his god at the moment.
What are you trying to do?
I switched over to pull up the gods sheet. Now I can't switch back to the chat sheet in Roll20.
Wait, there's a god sheet? Oh my gosh.
You mean, oh my god.
Oh
Wait.
my goddess.
I can switch to literally every other tab. That is kind of funny. And scary.
You're trying to reopen the God tab?
No, I'm trying to reopen the chat tab to see, so I can see all the rolls.
Oh. Try refreshing
I'm-
refreshing the page.
What is
Gotta
going on?
love technology.
Tech was working fine until we restarted the router.
Oh, there's your problem.
And now I just need to get my character sheet
Whoa,
and then try
Carden,
to go
you
back
came
to
in
the
like
We're
really
good.
bad there.
I'm back.
Alright. Alrighty. There are lots of people in the slums. Vita is, again, the primary temple in this area. Obviously, due to... Okay. Obviously, due to the fact that people in the slums are very... Just looking through here, you guys can tell that the people here are malnourished. Very... and very poor. There is obviously not a lot of money and not a lot of food to go around. So Vita, being the obvious choice due to the clinging to life that people do so much of. So you guys wanted to head to that temple. Is that correct?
I
Okay.
am not going to step in the temple at all.
Okay, so you'll stand outside.
Yeah.
Well, so much
kinda
for
wait
fighting a
outside.
god.
No, I'm just standing there. I'm not saying anything. I won't look at the temple. Like, I have my back to the temple. And, like, I'm not even acknowledging you all.
That's fine. Just keep a lookout for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Never know when we might be followed.
He just, like, kind of nods his head.
Go ahead and roll a perception check, John.
Okay, give
Uh-oh.
me a second.
Uh-oh.
8. Okay. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. As you guys walk into this temple, you guys realize it's not really a but not necessarily a temple, but more of like somebody's house that has been renovated to have some place for individuals to come and pray. It is not very big, and it has a total of like 3 rooms. So you have like the main area, and then 2 side rooms that you presume are for other church activities, such as where the nuns would stay and where the like offerings may go. Excuse me, or where somebody may come to have a private conversation with one of the head priests. So, you step in, and you guys are almost immediately with a young woman who also looks malnourished, wearing the kind of like black and white priest robes with the symbol of Vita, kind of like pinned, like in a pin on her, like I guess a brooch is what it's called, kind of on on her chest, and she's just, welcome to the temple. What can I do for you guys today?
No, okay. I guess I'll speak up.
I mean, if you're waiting for Denock, he's still thinking.
We heard something about young women from these parts going missing, and we'd like to look into that issue. Have you heard anything about this?
I have heard of this, and I've seen a few women that came by and then no longer come. That is not uncommon in these areas either, though. People often come and go as life takes them in many different. But the number of people gone missing, not only growing increasingly larger. But you're more than welcome to ask around.
Well, is there anybody of great importance, perhaps perhaps someone who is a frequent visitor to this temple that just disappeared, that maybe you know where they lived and we can go check out their dwelling?
The whatever alleyway they can find that would might have luck asking ask some of the people who've been here a while. Unfamiliar myself, I have not. Escape.
All right, I suppose that's a.
I really hope that got picked up on mic for stream.
It did.
Okay, cool. Because I was kind of whispering or kind of talking into my mic real close and had the volume way down. Okay.
Well, I suppose
Sorry
that's
about that.
better information than nothing. We have a place to start. Let's go ask around.
Before we leave, is there like
Hmm?
a donations box or something?
There is, yeah. Kind of at the back of the of where these crude altars have been set up. There's essentially a donation bin. There's a sign that says donations are appreciated, but not required.
Valdar's gonna go up to that and kind of try to hide it, and he's gonna drop in about 10 gold.
Okay.
Ooh.
10 gold.
Are you trying to hide it from the party or just from her?
I'm basically just trying to at least hide it from as many people as I can.
Okay.
I'm not trying to hide them there.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
Okay.
You're just trying to. Okay.
I'm just trying to like discreetly put the money in so no one sees how much I'm putting in, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Everybody, I guess, except for John, who's outside, kind of sees Valinar put some money into the donation bin, but doesn't say anything about it. And the people of the temple say nothing.
Okay.
Pardon, not thinking like much of like what Valnar's doing. He's just like following the example of like the priest of the party. He goes in and he throws in 97 copper pieces.
Okay.
Why do you have 97 copper pieces?
It's
Because
probably all
that's
the
how
copper
many
pieces
copper
have.
pieces I had.
Okay.
Spare change. Oh, since y'all are doing that and I'm taking a notice, like, so I don't feel guilty that I didn't deposit my own, I'll walk over and I'll put in a single platinum piece. Just to try and top
Ooh,
Valinor.
okay.
It's worth the same amount.
I know.
Single platinum piece and 1 copper.
you put in 10 gold coins and Cardin puts it, 1 penny, 2 pennies. Just empties his pocket of all these copper coins. I walk up, 1 coin, done.
The way I'm doing it is like Salt Bay.
Oh my god. When you go and you put your Cardin and Katya, you guys go and put your money in. The priest lady goes, "Oh, thank you very much for your donation," and kind of gives a slight bow, respectively towards you guys. As you guys leave the temple.
No problem. I'm sure you could use the money.
What now?
I'll check around the alleyways, find people who might. I mean, I don't know what somebody looks like who knows information in an alleyway. So
I'm assuming you guys filled John in then?
Oh, we just left him at the temple.
Well, no, he's not inside the temple. He was outside. You guys have to literally walk past him in order to.
We just
I'm saying,
walking
do you fill
by.
him in about what transpired in the temple?
I already
Sure.
slightly forgot what happened inside the temple.
Don't worry.
I was so salty about the temple, I forgot.
It's okay.
I just know alleyway. That's the.
Basically, they were told to go ask people out on the streets about people that are unfamiliar to them in this area. So
Wait, I got that, but I forget what. Like, what are we asking them? I guess is the part I missed.
Oh, question to the DM.
Mm-hmm.
When we heard about Torben to begin with, did we ever get a description of what this guy looked like?
Nope.
Damn it.
You guys never asked for a description. Trust me, I went back and I checked.
I literally know.
Right, he was gone when we went to meet him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out a piece of parchment and my ink pen or quill or whatever the hell I'm using.
I will tell you that you guys know he is human. That is about the only thing you know.
So I pull out a piece of parchment.
Which helps you not at all.
I pull out a piece of parchment and my quill and I draw a stick figure of a man that kind of looks like a human. And that's going to be my visual aid when we start asking people if they've seen this person.
Point, Enoch comes back into reality from his own brain. Is like, what the fuck?
No, looks at the stick figure and goes, "Is that a Kalistar?"
No, it's Torben. Can't you tell?
I don't know. All stick figures look the same.
Well, it's all I got to work with. Have you seen this man?
You just show the group.
Have we seen a walking stick figure?
Make a
grab
history
the
check.
paper.
Make a what? They make a perception check?
History. Sorry.
Oh, history. Okay.
I go for the paper.
That was a 22.
22. You remember seeing an individual that resembles the stick figure. They were very tall and lanky. Their bones, there was practically no meat on their bones.
Oh, it's that guy walking with Dinoc.
Perfect. We need a better visual aid.
Well, we never found out what Torben looks like. I suppose we could have asked.
At this
At
point,
the
Dina
time,
has
but-
taken the paper from you.
I crumple it up.
Hey, I worked really hard, and that cost me some ink.
I just look at you.
Can I like roll to see if I can control my anger or my thoughts?
What are you angry? What are you
Just
angry at?
The
Just in general?
temple, and it's making me have like flashbacks.
Sure, I will say go ahead and
Oh.
make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Temple PTSD.
Yeah, temple PTSD.
Post-temple stress disorder over here.
Okay, so let me see what that added.
Basically, I want to see if he can get himself to focus again on the task and stop thinking about it.
Okay. Let's see. That is. I want to make sure that that it's adding everything up right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so going forward, whenever you roll a saving throw and you are conscious, you will want to remember to add +2 to it. Because
Plus
of your
2.
aura. Yep, +2 because of your aura of protection. Your aura, gives you allows you to add your charisma mod to your saving throws.
Okay.
Instead, yep, that is a level 6 feature, so you just got that. So I don't expect you to have that memorized yet, which is why I'm helping out with that. So instead of a 14, that is a 16.
Okay.
And I will say that a 16, you managed to kind of steel your will and refocus on the task at hand, essentially turning a blind eye to the church as you guys begin to kind of move away from it at this point.
Okay.
So,
Should we ask this guy over here? Point at like some person.
he points at a random person on the street.
Yeah.
Got no better leads.
I go over
Well-
with my big great sword and just be like, "Do you know anything?"
You just walk over and point your greatsword at this man.
Yeah. Like, do
Do you know anything?
Roll an intimidation check.
Because I probably don't know much since again I didn't meet the guy, and apparently
Right.
y'all just know that he's human.
Right? 13. You like point this blade down and he's like, nothing, I don't know nothing. And he's like leaned up against a wall, like hands up.
Hey, someone show
Oh
him the
my
picture.
Lord.
Show him the picture.
We're not showing them a picture of a stick figure.
Show him the picture.
Hang on. Let me add to that picture, and
no.
I'll uncrumple it, and I'll add. I'll draw on what looks like he's dragging a couple women by the hair.
You know
Have you seen a man doing this?
Specifically a human.
No!
Okay.
Okay, well,
Thank you.
we'll just ask the next
Alright.
person then.
Thank you for your time. I put the great sword away. Like act like nothing. Like
The moment you
normal.
pull the blade away from him, he just bolts. He runs off as fast as he can.
don't worry, they always do that. It just happens. Comes with asking questions.
Very tactful, John. Very tactful.
You just hear and see Deanoch just struggling for words. Because
Have you guys ever heard somebody have a brain aneurysm?
Oh,
Deanoch,
God.
right now.
It can happen, let me tell you.
Brain
Deanoch is
aneurysm.
experiencing that.
Oh my god.
Pardon is having a non-brain aneurysm.
Maybe next time we don't threaten them.
I wasn't.
You're gonna give me a liver
I was just
aneurysm at
making
this
my
point.
Oh god.
Literally.
Alright.
All right, I get it.
Here, let me ask questions. Let me ask the next person.
All right,
We
I'll
don't
just
have
stand
to pull
behind
out
you.
Blaze or anything.
Yeah, I'll just stand
Okay.
behind you.
Do we have
All
any of those? Do we know where those girls we rescued are?
We rescued some girls.
Yeah,
But
back
we
in
know what
Deja.
What?
a long way to
want
go.
to start there, though. If we might want to start where the trail started.
But aren't they
You've been there
disappearing
once.
here?
We've been there once and we cut that trail off.
Yep.
So we have
We had more important things to worry about at that moment. Okay, I'll go to the next person on the street, and I'll.
Okay.
I
I'll
followed
kinda-
behind.
Roll investigation after the people have roll an investigation check. After the people saw this large half orc just pop out a great sword and start asking questions, people are a little
Oh
less
man.
populated on the street.
They just gone.
6. As hard as you might try, you are struggling to find anyone. The moment like you make eye contact with somebody, they like turn and walk away down an alleyway, and by the time you get to the alleyway that they had walked down, they have vanished.
And
Damn.
anyone who isn't going into an alleyway just bolts and runs.
Man, why is everybody just like disappearing? There were so many people just a little bit ago.
You think that might have something to do with a giant sword you put in somebody's face?
Hey,
Yo,
don't
hey,
talk about my giant
when you
sword
come
like
out.
that.
Hey, how
we're going to come in.
much do you think 45 pounds of food would feed?
45 pounds.
Like how many people? Sorry.
Are you referring to a spell?
Yeah, create food and water. It just says
So-
create 45 pounds of food.
You're gonna draw people in.
Kind of.
No, I thought that spell also said it could feed a certain number of people. I think
Oh,
it's
there
like
it is.
15 people.
Enough to sustain up to 15
Create food
people.
and water.
Never mind. Yeah, I see it
Oh.
now.
When I looked it up, it said feeding an adult dog.
Yeah, and it sustains up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds for 24 hours.
Okay.
Damn.
So that's roughly
A pound per meal.
for 24 hours. That's 3 meals. 3 times 15 is 45. So 45 people.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you not hear me? Hello?
Hello?
We can hear you.
Oh,
he's back.
now we can do whatever we
Hello?
want.
Okay.
Okay, hold
Really?
on. My headphones just stopped working.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Can you hear me now? Man, we should talk about this Rip guy. He's a really terrible DM. What do you think?
Oh my gosh.
Can you hear me now?
yes.
We can
Yes.
still hear you. We have not stopped hearing you.
Right. I couldn't hear
Yeah.
you guys. Sorry. I can hear you now. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, I know what I did. That's my bad. Did you
Okay,
guys
so
understand what I
45
said,
pounds of
though?
food?
Yeah, it will
Yes.
create 45 pounds of food. It'll sustain 15 humanoids for 24 hours. That's basically 3 meals for 15 humanoids. So if everybody were to eat it at once, that would be essentially 45 people.
Okay. So what do you guys think about me using create food and water and then doing formation?
Yeah, let's do that.
So you're just gonna put a bunch of food on the ground and turn the town square into what? Some kind of battle royale?
Is there like a restaurant type thing nearby?
No.
Is there any like tables or anything that I could maybe borrow? I'll put quotations around the borrow.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let's go to the nearest few homes, take their tables out, put them in the middle of the street, and then put food on them.
I mean, if there's any tables around the area at all, I'm fair game for any of that.
I mean,
Smart one is like
as long as it's not a table from the temple, that's my limit.
I mean, there are like broken crates and stuff like that all around the area that you could grab and use.
I got a table for you.
Oh no.
Katya uses minor illusion to conjure the image of a table. It's the best I could do.
me having seen Katia do this before. Could I make illusions before? Could I just like
make an investigation check?
Okay.
You have never seen Katya make a table before. Make an investigation check.
Okay. I mean,
What's my spell save DC?
11.
I'm assuming an 11 isn't high enough to beat your spell save DC.
Nope.
He
had to get a 15.
Okay, in that case, Cardin's going to try and jump on top of the table.
Why?
Because he doesn't realize that it's an illusion.
But why would you jump on it?
Can I try to stop Cardin from jumping on it?
You're going to. I give you a table. I give you a table, and your first thought is to break it.
Well, no, I'm going to jump on it to try and use it as a platform to call people out for food.
I want Cardin, Cardin, and I want John to make athletics checks.
Oh no.
Oh no. This is gonna be interesting.
Oh, I failed.
Okay. Cardin, you jump into the air like you're about to high jump on top of this table, and Cardin, you very quickly just reach up and grab him by the pants and just yoink him back down onto the ground beside you. Cardin, your body goes up, and then all of a sudden you're brought back like a monkey being dragged by its tail.
That's the first time somebody's managed to do this.
It is.
Valinar's gonna stare deadpan at Cardin and just put his hand through the table.
Cardin nods
I stopped him mainly because you don't put feet on the table where you're gonna serve food. Etiquette 101.
Etiquette? You want to talk etiquette as you shove your sword in people's faces and ask questions.
Cardin is actually going to seeing you put the hand through the table. Cardin's going to try and make a table out of the broken crates and stuff nearby. But he wants to make a giant ass table.
We don't need the table for
I help because it looks like
What's the matter with Dinoc?
Side note, is there anywhere for me to put water? The water I create with this.
I
give up. I give up.
Give me one moment.
Wow.
I will say go ahead and make a dexterity check, Cardin, trying to build a table from loose pieces of wood. John did say that he wanted to help, so I will say you can make it at advantage. And then while they're doing that, Valinar, give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh God.
Wow.
Wow.
Apparently, I'm just not going to roll good tonight, guys.
11.
13.
Okay. Carden, you begin to like get like the table like somewhat built. You have like a small kind of a little platform kind of made and ready to go. Valinar, maybe 60 or so feet down this main street here, you actually see an empty fountain.
that'll work.
So, and in your process of, oh, that'll work, and walking that way, you accidentally kick the leg that Carden had, quote unquote, created, and Carden, your entire table comes falling down.
Whoops.
I reach out to grab Valinar.
He's already.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. I'm like, I sort of just look there. I sort of like sit there like I'm in front of like a Lego set that just fell apart, or in front of like or like in front of like a house of cards that just fell apart, and I just look absolutely dejected.
You look like the person who was building a house of cards who's where the house fell when you placed the very last card like on top, like you touched it, everything fell down and you still have the last card in your hand.
Yeah, and that was me saying dejected, not Carden, obviously, because that's how he looked.
Mm-hmm. So,
But yeah, Carden looks absolutely devastated.
I don't suppose I
It
have.
was like, this was a great idea.
Do I really not have a blanket?
you have a bedroll.
I know, but I don't exactly know if I want to put food on a bedroll I sleep in.
You could put it on the outside of the bedroll that you sleep in.
Oh, that's a fair point. Flip it over.
I'm going to shout.
Let's do that.
I'm going to shout at the top of my lungs. If anybody wants food, bring out your own damn tables. So we can put the food on the table.
Valinar's laying out his bedroll, and he's putting the food on the bedroll and the water in the
Okay.
Water on the what?
fountain.
Ah.
You cast food and water.
If it helps, I can use minor illusion to call out to anybody around.
Well, Carden's already kind of done that. Carden, go
Okay.
ahead and.
Sorry,
That'll work too.
I was just
Carden,
gonna look at it.
Yeah, Carden, go ahead and make a charisma check.
17. That's the best roll of the night for me.
17. Okay.
That's not too bad for a card in charisma.
So, Valinar, as you begin to like lay this food out on this bedroll, it actually kind of begins to get really full. And about that point, you actually see a couple people kind of leave the house. These very thin and gaunt-looking individuals. The first ones to emerge from their home is a mother and what appears to be 3 daughters. Leave the home, and actually each of them are carrying not necessarily a plate, but not necessarily a table, but these like small almost like trays that they bring out and kind of hesitantly approach you guys, where you can begin to set some of the new created food that is being created, giving each of them their food, and eventually a crowd does begin to form based off of the number of people that have gathered. You don't think it's everybody in this area, but you definitely can tell that quite a few people have shown up, and people are, the moment they have food, they are like rabid dogs eating for the first time in weeks. You see some of the kids actually just plunging their face into the fountain and just drinking the water by the mouthful.
Perfect. This is a good opportunity. I will step up onto the wall of the fountain,
Okay.
assuming there is one. And
Yep,
now I
sure.
will use minor illusion to make my voice louder. And I will say, now that we have your attention, please
We'll say Valinor
help
uses
us
summon.
help you. We need information on anybody suspicious in the area that you have seen, because we are trying to locate women that have gone missing. If you have information, see me or one of my compatriots.
And yes, we are bribing you with the food.
You didn't have to add that.
Never say that you're bribing them. It's the first rule of bribing. Never tell them.
I said please. I'm trying to persuade them.
Alright, go ahead and roll persuasion.
One of my strong suits. Let it be a good number. Why couldn't it be the high number? Oh, where'd my dice go?
Well, on the bright side, they rolled pretty well. Or bad? I don't know. It's in your favor, so
Wow. Okay. That's surprising.
You don't see anybody come forward right away. Eventually, the food begins to dwindle as people have grabbed what they could and begun to disappear and disperse. You do see as a older man begins coming forward to grab food and water. And he comes forward with like a cup and a plate, and he, as you guys are placing food on his plate, he goes, "Thank you. In regards to the information you asked, the other day there was a man who came through. He was covered in soot and smelled of fire. Never seen him before in this area. Much obliged." And he kind of begins to scamper off. As the
Wait.
crowd,
He came through. Do you know where he went?
He does not.
Hmm.
As the crowd begins to thin even further, eventually leaving one. There's a young, very thin and gaunt female who stays. And when I say young, she's probably 12 or 13. Not necessarily the age of the people who have been going missing, but very young. And she kind of steps forward and goes, "Excuse me. There was a man who came through. He wore these brown clothes, very ragged. He continued to head out of town this way." And she kind of points out of town down the main thoroughfare here. But when he returned, he had a different smell about him. I couldn't see it, but there was this smell of iron on him. And he returned.
Iron soot.
He returned to well, I want to say it was closer to the common ward, but ward. The common ward. But I don't think he entered. I think there was a home at the end of the block that he entered. I only saw him in passing. I didn't follow him, so sorry. And she kind of runs off.
Well, that's better than nothing.
And from the information you gather, these are two different individuals.
Awesome. Two different individuals. Okay. I'll relay the information to Denock for safekeeping.
Well, a lot of you guys are present during these conversations. For the sake of brevity, we'll say everybody was present and everybody was able to gain this information.
Gotcha.
Enoch is just beating his head against the wall, basically.
You take 2 points of damage.
I'll take it. Because at this point, he's hitting his head hard enough.
Good.
All right. What would you guys like to do now that you have this information?
Well, once all the food's gone, Valnar's going to take his bedroll back.
Okay. You guys
Not going to leave
your
it there.
Mm-hmm. The food has been picked clean. Most of the water has either been drank or taken. There is a little bit left, but not a whole lot. And people have begun to disperse among the crowd to go about their own business. And what would you guys like to do?
Well, let's follow the only lead we've got, essentially.
Yeah.
The house at the edge of the common ward? She said?
Technically the slums, but right before the common ward.
Yeah. Let's get that a shot.
All right. I will say it's easy enough to make your way there. You guys approach kind of this area, and as you get to this home that you assume is the one that this little girl was speaking about, you guys see what looks to be a shed, like a building maybe slightly bigger than an outhouse. It looks like it might have a bed and like a chamber pot in it, maybe. But the door is closed. The window is dark. What would you like to do?
John, break and enter.
All right, if you say so.
No! No!
Let's not break into a
My fist is
Cardin's
already
like, okay.
ready to go.
Stop! Both of you! Just stop!
Prepared in case
John and Carden both have like a
John fails.
foot raised.
Yeah.
Well, when you said the window's dark, do you mean like there are curtains, or it's just dark inside?
It's just dark inside at the moment. There seems to only be the one window, and at the moment, based off of where the sun is and how the building is facing, there is no light coming from inside the building.
Valnar's going to go peek through the window.
Okay. You look inside, and again, it's not a very big space. You see a bed. There is a bed. And you also see what appears to be a chair. Kind of off in the corner, kind of near the window, but like not like right there. And there seems to be some kind of a figure on the bed, but it appears to be facing away from you.
Oh, okay. Go back and tell them what I saw. Someone's dead.
I want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic. There is no magic in the vicinity of you, other than whatever your party may have that is magical. And then your those of you who are magical, each of you give a slight emission of magic.
Okay. Are you gonna make me roll on the table for that?
Oh, that wasn't actually a spell, wasn't it? I always forget that
Yeah.
because of Warlock. I play a lot of games with Warlocks who just take that as a freebie thing. So yes.
Yeah, but I'm a sorcerer. I'm special.
Yeah, I know. Roll your charisma check.
Okay. Bloop.
That is a failure.
11.
Oh boy.
All right, here's your D100.
Thank
What
you.
am I about to do to this poor building?
Or us. And it's just another fireball.
Uh-oh.
I want everyone to roll a d6, except for you, Katya.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Four.
4.
John, you
Five.
want to roll?
Yeah, I did.
John
I
got a
lied.
5.
Okay, it just
Enoch
popped
got
up.
a 6.
I'm worried.
Oh, Dinoc, I also need you to roll for your
For my
skeleton.
skellies. Okay.
Your skelly and your zombo, because you got one of each now, don't you?
Oh no. I'm sorry.
If this is damage, I am leaving.
Sorry.
Okay, so I get to pick here.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh god.
So. Give me one here.
I'm breaking my party.
Yeah. So.
Right.
John.
TPK, start new next week.
Whoever you rolled for first, Dinoc, did you roll for your skeleton or your
Yep.
zombie first?
Skelly first.
Okay, so John, your skeleton, Dinoc, and we're gonna go with Cardin, cause screw Cardin.
Jeez.
All right.
You guys, watch
1
as,
damage.
you guys watch as Katya kind of just goes, oh, and just cast a spell. And you watch from the hand this lightning flashes from their hand. The three of you take 26 points of lightning damage.
Holy fuck, was that lightning bolt?
No, it was just a random effect. Katya, now that this has happened, you realize you've had this one before.
Oh.
This was a
robot.
Huh? Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
how much
you-
damage?
26.
26.
Oh my god.
You guys take 26 points of lightning damage as three creatures near you take 4d10 lightning damage. I rolled really good and then really bad on the fourth.
I want you to know, my Skelly boy is now a pile of bones on the ground. You dumbass motherfucker.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry.
It's about to get real.
I just wanted to see if there was any magic inside of this house.
Well, there's magic inside me now.
Yeah, there is. Wink.
That was a lot of damage.
Oh,
Yeah, that really hurt.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to do that. I really need to get this under control.
Yeah. That's
If it'll
That's an
help you feel,
understatement.
if it'll help you, D-Knock, I'll carry your skeleton for you. Make up for it.
Anyway, you now know that there is no magic within a 30-foot radius of you, other than your, like I said before, items that you guys may have, or the the people who have magic innately in their blood, such as yourself, Valinar, well, everybody but Cardin, basically.
Okay, I'm going to step back. If anybody else wants to... Uh-oh. Kill D-Knock.
Anyone else want to kill D-Knock? Is that what you said?
No, I was gonna... I was gonna say, if I,
He left. Like, what's going on there?
Well, he did say if it was damage, he's gone.
Oh, look what you've done.
Well, he didn't get damaged.
No, but
Yeah,
I killed
but-
his skeleton.
He
He
said
killed
that
his
after you-
precious boy.
It's Skelly.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna step back, and if anybody else wants to try knocking or, you know, talking to this guy, go for it. I'm gonna sit over here and pretend I didn't just shock y'all to death.
Hey, John, do we want to knock?
Like knock down the door or just knock?
The answer is no. Valor walks up and knocks like a normal person.
Okay.
I was like mid about to like just punch my fist through and then like just stop when I see that you just knock.
Okay.
Claudia, you're talking.
What?
You
Oh, okay.
With your words, not your spells.
I can talk with my words.
Watching you.
Hello?
Hello?
sorry, I'm sorry. Just I had messaged Matt.
Is he okay?
Yeah. Just all right. We'll I'll address that in a little after a bit. All right.
Okay.
Okay. You knock on the door, and you begin to hear some shuffling around, and you guys kind of hear the floorboards creak, and then the door creak as it opens a little bit, and you guys watch kind of like a half a face of an slightly older gentleman, kind of slightly obscured by shadows, kind of peeks around the corner, and he goes, "Yes, can I help you?"
Yes. We are investigating some odd activity in the area, and we were wondering if you happen to know anything about disappearing girls?
I know there's been some that's gone missing. Valinar and Cardin, when the door kind of opens, and the man steps up. Also, I guess Katya, you would recognize this too, even though you're not as perceptive as them. But it's right there. You guys can smell this heavy scent of iron coming from this individual.
Do you happen to be a blacksmith working around here?
No, the only blacksmith is in the common ward. The Hammer's Fall.
Sounds like a place for you, Carter.
Sniff the air again. Like just sniff the air.
Yeah. What are you trying to do? sniffing
I'm
the air.
basically trying to see if it smells more like blood, like iron, or more like blood.
Okay, go ahead and make a. I'll say for you a survival check.
Okay. I pressed the button. There we go. Nat
Hot
20.
damn.
It is very, very much a heavy scent of blood coming from either the clothing of this man, or something inside. That you're not sure. Yeah, technically that there is no difference. Okay. So yeah, it is most definitely blood. That much you are positive.
Cardin makes a basically like a Cardin decision at that.
Oh no.
Cardin basically says blood and pins the dude up against the wall.
Oh.
Guys, again. Oh.
Am I here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The talking icon stopped flashing, so I got worried. But I can hear you. So Cardin pins him up against the wall.
Or at least I'm going to attempt to.
So you're just gonna like bull rush him and pin him into the wall on his own in his own abode.
Well, I'm thinking. Cardin's thinking. Well, there's a vast smell of blood, so there might be some sort of, like either he's in on something, or because Cardin's not very smart.
Okay.
So like he wouldn't know if this was a butcher's shop or anything like that. Based off of that. So actually, what I'll do is, instead of just like straight pinning him up against the wall, I'll be like, hey, guys, I smell a vast amount of blood in here. Very much that irony smell we smell is.
I'm not saying you can't, try and pin him to the wall. I'm asking you what you're, how you're trying to do it. Are you wanting to reach in through the crack in the wall and pull him out onto the streets, or are you wanting to like bust down the door kind of in a way and pin him against the wall in his own house?
Basically what I'm thinking is I'll like sort of like reach. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to bull rush like the door to try and like reach through him and pull him against the hinge to like pull the door out as well. As sort of like the intimidation factor of, I just took your door out the opposite side and now you're on the ground.
Sure. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Meanwhile, Katya is very confused about what's going on here.
19.
19. Okay. As I believe it was Katya was the one doing the talking. As he kind of is talking, Katya, you watch his card and kind of comes up alongside you, and kind of as he finishes speaking, you watch his card and just like full on like stabs his hand almost through the door and just pulls this man through the door and out onto the streets, throwing him prone onto the ground.
Cardin, what are you doing?
And as he kind of does this, you kind of watch as he kind of like he lands on the ground and kind of turns and rolls, and as you guys can now see him, you do see a large human. He's very big compared to everybody else in this area, and
he doesn't fit in. Interesting.
And I say, hey guys, I smell a whole bunch of blood on this motherfucker.
Valinar, just for kicks and giggles, just kind of goes, Torben, is that you?
Who?
Alright, cool.
Cardin,
Yes.
hold this guy down while I go inside and take a look around.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Katia
Okay.
to look
I
inside.
imagine John and Cardin basically just both of them draw their weapons and just keep them pointed at this man.
Yes.
Well,
He does
I don't-
not resist, by the way.
I don't point my weapon. I just hold it above his head.
Fair enough. So you guys have Valinar and Katia, sorry. You guys walk into the home. The smell is stronger in here.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
Cardin said this was blood.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check, both of you.
Bloop.
Oh boy.
Nat 20. Look at that.
3.
Valinar, you're confused on how you didn't smell the blood through the window, and so you go over and you look at the window, and you realize there's glass in this window.
Oh, there's glass here. How did I not notice this?
Katia,
Good job.
you actually flip back some of the bed sheets, and you see, and underneath the sheets, you actually see a very large quiver of arrows and a very finely crafted bow laying on top of the bed. And when you look at the bed itself, you realize that the bed is made from animal pelts, not from like a mattress or hobbled together kind of scraps of paper. It is animal pelts that fall from the floor to maybe 1.5 to 2 feet from the floor up. All of which have not been tanned properly, and that is where you're getting the smell of blood from.
Oh, this is animal smell, not human. Okay. I don't find anything else out of the ordinary.
Nothing else out of the ordinary. This man seems to be essentially a hunter of perhaps.
Okay. Well then,
So
I will.
well-made glass.
It's very, very well made bed. Just
What?
he.
Oh God.
Yeah. Apparently, this guy's a hunter, and we just bust down his front door and pretty much maimed him in the street to find out that he's not the guy we're looking for.
Let him up.
So we should help him up, leave him with some gold to fix his door, and go on our merry way.
Actually, with a natural 20 for a 21, I will also say. Let me roll real quick. Yes.
Uh-oh.
That's the. Opposite. I will say, the bow and arrows look, new. They look very new. Maybe only a couple of weeks old, perhaps. Then again, you're not a huge weapon user or crafter.
No.
And you see the. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I had another burp. You see the initials kind of graved into the wood of the bow of like in a very fine section. The HF with has a hammer kind of at the end of it. symbols look like a hammer kind of falling down onto a nail of some sort. With the initial K beside it.
Okay.
Mhm.
What does that mean?
You don't
And
know.
I'll point it out to Valinar, see if he might have any idea.
Would I have any?
Yeah, Valinar's not really. You wouldn't really know either.
Okay.
You're welcome to ask him, though.
The man?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll bring his bow outside, and I'll be admiring its craftsmanship and
When he
how
sees
exquisite
it,
this bow is.
when he sees that you found his bow, you kind of see his eyes kind of do that, like close in that moment of realization of fuck, kind of cross his face. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Okay. So, did I notice that?
Everyone notices that.
Okay. Not sure why he's concerned about me finding his bow. So I'll bring the bow out, and I'll be admiring its craftsmanship, and I'll kind of thrust it towards his face, and I'll be like, "Can you tell me what these initials are for?"
It's 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 the seal from Hammer's Fall. The blacksmith there, Kurt, well, his apprentice gave it to me. 2-3 weeks ago now. Would you kindly put it away? I don't want everyone here to know that I have that.
Why not?
People here don't necessarily eat well, and well, I do. I don't want them to know, because I can't provide for everyone.
Understandable. And then Kati will put the bow back, and then I'll apologize to him for essentially just waking him up from his nap to ruin his day.
I mean, worth a shot though, because if I'm smelling a whole bunch of blood, like
Oh,
we're trying to
absolutely.
find the dude.
And the thing is when you rolled that 20, the natural 20 for a 25, I'm sitting here like, there's no difference between animal blood in terms of smell. There is no difference between the smell of animal blood and human blood, because otherwise I would have been like, it's animal blood. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I get that because I know that they don't smell different. So like,
Yeah, it's a very, they both smell very irony, and that's about it.
How ironic.
Yep. So what he tells you to kind of summarize there, that Kurt, the owner of the Hammer's Fall, his apprentice, did not get a name, gave him that bow.
Right.
You're not sure why or who the name is or anything like that yet, anyway.
Well, I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand with the description of the guy who was covered in soot. That was described by the old man, was it?
Yes. The old man was
Okay.
the one that described that to you.
And that sounds like he might be the same guy. We should go check out the blacksmith next.
Okay. Yeah. For the sake of this, Dinot kind of goes, I will catch up. I have to go check something. Bye. and he actually goes down one of the alleyways, and he looks frantic, like he's looking around frantically, and vanishes beyond sight.
Alright.
Think this has anything to do when we were talking about fighting a god?
I hope he's not going to come back as some all-powerful god and just destroy us. That would be ironic.
I feel like that would take like years of planning and effort to become a god.
I don't know. He's a well-studied necromancer. You would think that with a mastery over death like that, he's already halfway there.
I think there's more to being a god than being a master of death.
Tell that to Mortem. Or
I'm pretty sure he can do things other than death.
that is the god of death, right? Oh, I got it right.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
You guys have
Not bad
handouts
for
for
someone.
a reason.
I know. I didn't even look at the handout. I guessed that one.
I'm not pulling that one up because last time I did, it crashed my roll 20.
That's fine.
I hope we're not going to regret letting him go like this, but we do have to move forward.
Yeah.
How much do doors go for these days?
He kind of like, rare. I mean, a gold piece would easily fix it.
Here, have 3 for the trouble.
Okay, you give him 3 gold. Okay.
And we don't speak of this to anyone.
I am very much aware of how that works. Much obliged.
No problem. Sorry for dragging you out of your nap.
What? All right.
I blame Carden. Okay, let's go to the blacksmith. Wait, which way's to the blacksmith?
Kind of points into the common ward. Essentially, he gives you directions.
Okay, I'll have to rely on remembering this myself because Deanoch isn't around to do it for me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You guys eventually find your way to the blacksmith, the Hammer's Fall. And as you're there, you kind of step in, and you guys can see a young human male. Looks to be early 30s, maybe. Built fairly muscular, kind of a darker brown hair.
Oh my.
Kind of currently in the middle of working on something. He's just kind of like, give me 1 minute. Kring, kang. You hear as he kind of plunges something into water, and he kind of comes out and he kind of goes, customers, what can I do you for?
Yes. Are you Kurt by chance?
That I am. You guys looking for something particular?
Yes.
Well, luck.
I'm sorry.
Well,
What? Two people
Cardinal.
talked at once.
Go ahead, Katia.
Okay. I'm sure Carden's gonna want to browse your stock since he collects weapons for fun. But I am
Alright.
more interested in your apprentice.
Ralph? Huh. Why are you
Did you
interested
say-
in Ralph? Ralph. R-A-L.
Ralp.
Yep. R-A-L-O-P.
How long has he been your apprentice?
See now, he showed up about a month ago? Yeah.
Oh,
I'll say about a month
you
ago.
say?
Mm-hmm. Good worker. Shows up on time, works hard. goes home, from what I understand. Got a small house not far from here, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, nothing out of the ordinary that I can think of. Why is he in some kind of trouble?
That's what we're trying to figure out. But that's for us to know. So you said he showed up here about a month ago. Do you know where from?
No, he didn't say.
Hmm.
He had some friends that helped him. Gave him a high recommendation. He's a little rough around the edges, but he's not inexperienced at forging. Older gentleman.
I bet he's not.
Just
Who are these friends? Who are these friends that you mentioned?
Oh, they're they're some of my quantity buyers of items here. They are. Grab my notes. Them. I did not think coming up. We got ourselves Boron. Boron, I guess is another way of saying it. Voron.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, Cardin will most likely pronounce it moron.
It's a V, so cool.
I know it has a V, but Cardin.
Mm-hmm. And the other fellow was Gallon.
Gallon and
Yeah. Why does that sound familiar?
is recommended by. Hang on.
Have I used Gallon before? I don't think I have.
You probably didn't. I'm probably just thinking of something else.
Yeah. How do you spell gallon?
Galon.
Oh Lord. That. I almost feel silly for asking now.
Good.
Okay. So you say they're quantity buyers. What? Who would need to buy in quantity?
Well, they help supply some of the adventuring folk around the area. Yeah, they like individuals like yourself. They tend to be private funders of people like that. They also help with setting up escapades into delving into the rocky cliffs at times. So yeah.
Do they have any shops nearby then?
No, they don't run any shops. They are what you call private entrepreneurs.
Private entrepreneurs. Okay, doke. But you say they supply to adventurers and the like. How about the clergymen?
Clergymen? I suppose. I don't really know a whole lot about their business. I only have to know for documentation purposes about why they're buying large quantities of weapons such as daggers, short swords, long swords, bows, arrows, the like.
So where can we find these individuals? Just out of curiosity. Because adventurers like ourselves wouldn't mind having a few extra supplies.
Here, I'm looking for the proper. These individuals be located in the Royal Ward. they like to buy from me because I charge less than the individuals in the royal ward, and well, they say my quality is just as good, and honestly, that's a real good compliment coming from them. John, you
Fair
would
enough.
actually recognize the name of these names. Um,
Oh,
they
really?
are, yes, they are. They are essentially. How do I put this? They are essentially the arms dealers of royal to um, fancy people. Your family has actually bought weapons from them before in order to fund certain when in a pinch. So like during the demon uh slaughtering, your family uh, actually would purchase some weapons from them in order to fill their stores and wares. So that if any of their own men's weapons were ever lost on the battlefield, they could be buried along with the individual carrying it, as is proper tradition for proper knights. Um, you also know that Gallon. Uh, you also know that Gallon's family, particularly, really delves into the enchantment side of these weapons. His family is very wealthy for the fact that they buy weapons, enchant them with a magical property, and then sell them for a higher price.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Hey.
okay, we will address that in a minute, guys. So
At this point, Denock comes back into the room or
well,
into the building.
they're in a different area. So we will adjust that in just one. We will address that in just 1 second, Denock. I know you want to. I know you're back. But I need 1 second here. So, are you guys leaving the blacksmith from this point?
I just want to
Other,
see like what weapons and stuff he has real quick.
As far as you can tell, everything is very mundane. Everything is very nice and shiny. A lot of it is very well crafted. I will also tell you guys that he tells you that Ralph's it is today. Today is Ralph's day off, so he is not currently here.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you guys would like his
Cardin loses
location, that is
interest,
easy enough
so.
to acquire.
Mhm.
Although he did say that, so I will say, I will actually say, Dina, you can re-enter at this point because he did say where he got the weapons and stuff, and you are very smart enough to understand that. So,
Oh, there was something.
I'm replying to your one message real quick here. Give me 1 second, guys.
Mm-hmm.
No. No.
Okay. I just sent that to you, and I'll say that probably about here, probably about now, you can. I'll say that you have kind of caught up with them as you re-enter the as you enter the blacksmith, and you can kind of see this man kind of go, "Oh, hey there, what
I'm with them.
oh,
oh,
okay,
welcome back, Denock. What did you have to accomplish?
I don't know what I saw, but I was so damn sure I saw my wife,
Oh,
and then whatever it was just disappeared, and I'm
is that way you went running off down the alleyway.
Yeah, like looked exactly like her, down to the very scars, and gone.
Hmm.
Arden,
I mean, stranger things
gotta
have
say that
happened.
again.
Oof, man, that really sucks. They either couldn't catch up, or it was just a hallucination.
Could it have been a side effect of my shocking you silly?
I look at the skeleton bag that you're holding.
But me a shock.
Oh, right.
Although I wonder if the magic feedback could do that. Huh.
I can't say that I'm studied enough on the subject to tell you.
Well, technically, it is bound to me by my magic, so that would imply some kind of current from me to it.
So indirectly,
something-
whoa.
Yeah, you could have shocked me through the
Per-
bond with the skeleton. Huh.
Sounds to me like something we need to test at a later time.
No.
I'll throw
John.
thunder. I'll throw lightning bolts at.
John,
Mhm.
as Deanoch says all of this, and you kind of turn and look at him, you see a shadow looming behind
Oh.
a dark figure, massive in size, features kind of indiscriminate, just hovering behind him.
Push him aside and like go to swing at the shadow.
Okay, for flavor, go ahead and roll an attack.
Yeah.
Okay. 12. You see this and you leap into action. With one hand, you kind of grab Deanoch and almost circle him back around behind you. Deanoch, you are just very quickly like flung almost kind of around the room a little bit, kind of like a rag doll. And you guys watch as John just takes his greatsword and just makes this massive cut through the air where there does not seem to be any current thing at all. There's swinging at air. John, you watch as your blade cuts through this shadow, and you watch as your blade kind of hits the ground a little bit. You watch as the shadow kind of drifts and reforms kind of behind Deanoch.
All right.
Unfazed
going
by
on.
your attack. Nobody else, everybody else, you see nothing.
Not even the
You
attack.
you just saw John essentially throw Deanoch around and
Swing in the air.
Swing in the air.
All right, you two meatheads. It's clear we need to go out into the wilderness and fight something, because between John attacking air and Cardin pretty much wrestling a defenseless man through his door, you gotta get your hands on something and kill it
John,
before it gets us in trouble.
what happened, John?
John's like breathing heavily and like he like pauses for a moment, then like looks around and sees the shadow again and pushes Deanoch again, like even harder this time, and goes for another swing.
What are you
Alright.
doing?
Again,
Hey, does this seem familiar to anyone else?
Yeah, it just kind of clicked. John, you might not be able to hit it.
Do I roll?
you don't need to at this point. You get a very similar effect. You whip Deanoch around and you cut through this figure, and again, almost like mist, it drifts around and reforms kind of behind Deanoch, kind of hovering. And as you
John,
as you kind of turn and kind of lock eyes with this thing again, you watch as the figure like takes the arms and slowly encompasses behind around Deanoch, and just gives you this stare. Dinoc, you feel a slight chill go down your back as John
Me?
is now staring at you or whatever is behind you.
No, I'm
With
staring
murderous
directly
intent.
at D-Knock now.
With murderous intent.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll insight. John, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Oh Lord.
John, is whatever you're swinging at a mist-like thing? Is it mist? Is it black mist, like a shadow? John? John?
The embrace almost seems to look protected.
Mm.
No. No.
Why does the shadow
No.
thing like you, D-Knock?
Shadow thing? Like,
What is the shadow thing? Why is it
I-
everybody's able to see these shadow things?
At
don't
this point,
understand.
Kurt has like jumped behind the counter, and he now like reemerges with this large greatsword, and he's like, "What's going on? Are we under attack?" He's like flipping it back and forth, like,
You're fine.
Claudia
sir.
shrugs.
It's fine.
now, Valinar? Valinar?
Yes. Hi.
Shadow thing.
Again, Remnant.
Yeah, but on me?
You're the
Why
one who
am
just
I
said
not
you
able to
thought
see
you
these?
saw your wife.
And at this, you see his scales visibly pale, which is impressive considering they're not, they don't have blood circulating.
No, it's impressive considering this black dragonborn.
Uh-huh. I go gray.
Okay, so this means that everybody has been able to see these shadow creatures, these remnants you speak of,
Nope.
except
Only
for
those-
me.
Only those two have been able to see them.
Yeah,
Dinoc and John are the only two in your party that have ever seen them.
Ah, it feels
Although
like
I've actually heard of one of the voices.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's still more than me.
You know what? Be thankful, because that means a lot of bad things. Oh fuck, I gotta
Maybe.
get home. Oh
You all
fuck,
go.
I gotta get home. I reach up to where I feel the cold embrace and just kind of
Mhm.
try and physically search for something.
Your
What are you
hands
doing?
make contact with nothing, is just air. It's cold and cool to the touch. John, you watch though as Dinoc kind of reaches up and takes his hand and almost passes it through a large what would be probably a bicep of this creature. You watch for a moment, and the creature you watch as the eyes kind of close for a moment, and then the shadow itself and vanishes. Infinity War style, if you would, into particles, essentially.
No,
You
no,
can no
no,
longer
not
see it.
again. Fuck it.
All right, that was exciting.
Back up. John, did you say again?
I don't want to talk about it. And he walks out. He just walks out. He like puts his sword
Okay.
away and just walks out. Do they have like
right.
cigarettes?
Yes, I'll say you can have cigarettes, although for your size they'd actually be like cigars. But they would look like cigarettes in your hand.
So he's
What is
basically doing a
that?
Hellboy.
Yeah, you're
what?
like Hellboy,
Oh,
because you are a big boy.
You a big beefy motherfucker.
yeah.
What is that you have in your hand?
A cigarette.
You talking to who?
Talking to John.
He walked out of the building.
Yeah, I'm out of the building.
I followed after him because I was
Okay, you
done
follow-
here anyways.
Okay, before you move on, let me ask you something. Where are you planning on heading?
Me?
Well,
No.
Do we
Okay.
get Rolp's location?
Did you ask for it?
No, we did not. We asked about his recommenders.
Yep.
I pardon. Well, ask for Rob's location. Rob's location.
All right. You ask for it, and he goes, yeah, and he kind of like puts the sword down. As far as I'm aware, he's just down the road, about 2 or 3 blocks. Little small house. Can't really see it, or can't really miss it. Not anything special, really. It's just one person home, about 3 rooms. There's a outhouse around back. Think about it. It's probably one of the only ones in the area like that.
Thank you, good son.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Now you can have your scene with.
I like your
John.
Texas accent.
Much obliged.
Okay.
Much obliged, good sir.
Alright. So Katya follows John outside of the building and sees him light up this.
Light up.
Yeah, this
Light it up,
thing.
up, light it up.
No.
Cut.
Get.
Katya gives him a puzzled look and asks, "What is that exactly that you're holding?"
It's a cigarette.
Okay, now everyone's just texting.
My bad.
Oh,
It's an
A
addictive
what?
accent.
It is an addictive accent, and the thing
I'm
is, it does sort
sorry.
of make sense for Carden.
What is happening?
I can see Card. He's gonna be like, "Yeehaw! We're gonna ride them,
Yeah, that
the
was
demons
awesome.
all the way to hell and back.
Okay.
Gotta get me one of them demon horses. We gotta drive home." Coming from someone who's actually from Texas.
Yeah.
My accent isn't that bad, is it?
No.
No,
No,
yours.
yours is like straight Midwestern.
Ah, thank you.
That's from your
I can
army
accept
days.
that.
Let's yeah, go ahead and so Katya asked what you had, John. You answered with a cigarette, correct?
Yeah.
A cigarette.
Okay.
Cigarette.
What?
Now
It's
be
a
nice.
cigarette.
He's still kind of figuring out his character. So if he wants to give it a southern accent, he is welcome to
I
do
was-
so.
No, that's just how I say cigarette.
All right.
A what?
Wait, right? That's how you say cigarette, right?
Yeah, cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah, cigarette.
It's a It's a cigar what?
A cigarette.
What does it do?
It helps calm my nerves.
Katya shrugs and looks around and says, "How?"
You would know that a cigarette is filled with tobacco.
I've never seen a cigarette before. How would I know
Not
these
you,
things?
John. John would
Yeah.
know this.
Ah,
You gotta say who you're talking to.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm so used to I'm so used to being able to look at the person and be like, you without having to
But I tell Katya that it has tobacco in it. It's got tobacco, and you light it up, and it just makes your head feel good.
Katya, this
Okay,
is
I've
a
heard of
new
the-
principle for you because you know what tobacco
You want to
is.
smoke? You want?
You have
you want to
never
swing?
thought you have never thought of smoking it before though.
I
Right.
offered Katya the cigarette. Like, you want some? You want? You want to?
You want to
You
hit,
hand it-
bruh?
Yeah.
You hand him the giant ass cigar.
he passes it down to me. so,
And it looks like it would fit your whole mouth.
so you take a plant and you put it in this, and you light it on fire, and then you inhale the smoke. Like a pipe?
You don't inhale the smoke, right? Never
Essen-
smoked the-
Inhale the cigar. Just straight
Basic-
inhale a cigar.
Basically,
Wait, no, you're supposed to let the smoke out, right?
yeah, we
No, I can just imagine Claudia inhaling a cigar.
like the burning part.
No,
Yeah.
this is like
No, like-
me out of character, just double checking. You don't inhale.
Yeah, no, you
Oh.
do not inhale a cigar.
No, you.
Well,
it's
You
just like a
puff it.
Yeah, you puff
Well,
it.
everything.
Okay.
Ah.
I
Well,
wanted to
Katya's never
double
done this
check
before,
I
so
gave, like inappropriate information for
Yeah.
somebody that's smoking the cigarette. Be like, yeah, just inhale it all. Just go for it. Oh gosh.
so Katya takes this thing, looks at it, brings it closer to his mouth, and says, "Oh, I know what you're trying to do here. I ain't sticking that in my mouth."
What am I trying to do?
No, you can you can take this back, and he hands it back to John.
Okay, and he just like takes another puff, like I guess more for me then.
I bet you like to see me stick that in my mouth.
Yeah, it'd probably feel
Katya crosses his arms and turns away. Nope, not happening.
All right.
Walks up behind them. Katya's saving himself for other people.
Wow. All right. Well then, on that note,
It's
that
was uncomfortable. Like a Bad touch voice. Bad touch voice.
I mean the first puff is kind of weird, but like after that,
No, you'll never convince me.
that's
you should try it
Anyway.
at least once.
you guys step outside and you guys begin to head towards the blacksmith's house, you believe. And we're gonna go ahead and take a break while you guys travel. So we'll be back here in just a couple of minutes. Grab water, use the restroom, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes to continue this story. So we'll
Thank
be
God.
right back,
I've been
guys.
hold-
Messages. We'll be right back.
Alrighty. And welcome back, everyone. So,
Wow.
as you guys are kind of going over to the towards the home that you assume that Ralph is now living at, you guys kind of arrive. It's not a very large house or anything. It's relatively quiet in a relatively quiet neighborhood.
For now.
You guys see a small average home. The outside doesn't appear to have anything special about it. It appears to be a small 3-roomed house. You're unsure of what is inside. And there is an outhouse out back, kind of almost attached to the house, just like Kurt said there would be.
Cardin immediately realizes he has not pooped in 6 months. So he goes over to the outhouse.
Oh my God.
I feel like you would have died.
Well, like, we never say, like, in game. We always forget.
Typically, you don't cover that.
You don't know.
Yeah, we don't
Normally just
cover it, but-
assume.
That was a good time for a shit, huh?
Hold on a second. Let me ask the nurse in the house.
Oh no.
Oh,
How long could you go without poop?
yes, D&D, where we ask the real questions.
About 2 hours if you're an infant.
Oh, that's even worse. Thank you.
How bad is it?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I love it. So fun fact. Your intestines don't actually explode if you don't poop for so long. Instead, you begin to regurgitate your own bodily waste, meaning you throw up your poop, your own fecal matter. You begin to throw up.
So, what you're saying is that episode of South Park where they were vomiting their shit is legit.
Sure.
Oh my god.
So,
You'd be
Now,
surprised
if you're an
what
infant,
cartoons-
if you're an infant, you only get 2 hours.
so yes, for the sake of not having to go back and retcon a whole bunch of time, you have been using the facilities whenever necessary.
Okay. Just like we never think about that when we're doing it. So I was like,
Just think every time
that's a good time.
every time we have a meal, we take a shit afterwards. Done.
That works.
Going forward, new canon, new canon.
Can't.
So
All
anyways,
right. Anyway, what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm going to make sure Cardin doesn't bust down the door this time.
Well, last time it was literally because I smelled blood.
and what are you going to do if you smell blood this time? You gonna just blow down his door?
Well, we know he's not a tanner.
Well, okay, fair point. Coming from Cardin, that was legitimate.
Yeah.
He's a blacksmith, so if we smell iron, though,
I want to point out a fact. Iron and oh, you know what? I think I've been saying that wrong this entire time. Isn't it copper?
No, it's iron. It is a more of a coppery smell and taste.
it's
Either
a
way,
combination.
either way, metal and blood are distinctly different.
Yeah, well, blood is more coppery, but it has a higher iron content because it doesn't have copper in it. Blood has an iron content in it, but then it smells more coppery because of everything else.
You mean blood has a higher iron content than a block of iron?
No,
Okay.
it has a higher iron content compared to, say, like having copper. Because it doesn't have copper.
Anyway,
It just smells that way.
what do you guys do? Does somebody go up and knock on the door? Does somebody knock down the door? Does somebody go around back? Does
No.
Cast detect magic.
No. You start with any magic, Enoch is literally going to take his remaining zombie and hide behind everyone else.
Okay.
Oh, I figured you'd counterspell it. That'd be funny.
I'm going to cast detect magic. If anybody wants to be free of side effects, get behind me.
Hold on.
Here's an
Wasn't
interesting question. Hold on, I want to check something because this actually might be good for you. Sorcerer.
Uh-oh.
Why did okay. Give me a second. I'm looking something up. Wild magic.
Yo, D-Knock, did you see the meme channel?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't say that. Okay, never mind then. I was gonna say, if it says like expending a spell slot, you can technically get around that with spells like Detect Magic through the casting it ritual like, but it says immediately after you cast a sorcerer spell, at first level
Yep.
or higher. Well, that's a shame. Anyway, you're gonna cast Detect Magic.
Yep.
No.
Are you
Does this
gonna
still
counterspell it?
technically?
He did warn
Does
everybody.
Yeah.
Does this still technically count as casting the spell anyway?
Well,
Yeah.
let's
It does.
I'm pretty sure it does.
'Cause
let's
it does-
find out. Hold on. Let's
Ooh.
find out if
Now
he's
you-
actually gonna counterspell it. He did warn everybody, so would you still attempt to counterspell it?
Well, now that I look at what the spell actually says instead of just what I thought it was, no effect, but it would still have gone off, so... You know what? This is actually a good test. I don't know his magic... if his magic would be countered by counterspell if the wild thing happened.
Well,
Mhm.
technically the slot is still used.
I know, but this is...
Yeah.
So,
No,
do you
what
want-
if you counterspell the wild?
I don't think you can counterspell that. That's not even a spell the caster's trying to cast.
Right.
Yeah.
But I am going to counterspell.
And
We'll see what we find out.
counterspell.
The spell fails and has no effect
Mm-hmm.
if it's third or lower.
Yeah. So, Detect Magic does not go off as you counterspell it.
Which leaves Katya very confused.
Yep. And even more confused when your wild magic goes off. So roll me a check, buddy. Because the spell
Here's your
slot is
charisma.
still, the spell is still technically
Damn!
save.
22.
22. Okay, so that is a save. So now we need to roll on the table to figure out what effect. it
49.
is. I feel like you've had that one before.
I don't know anymore. I'm gonna have to start writing these down somewhere.
Yeah, I have a whole sheet for him. You have had that one before.
Okay, remind me.
Okay. Well, actually, real quick, just because I don't remember if you've done this or not, make an Arcana check.
Oof. I'll let the effect happen anyway. Oh, 14. Because,
Oh, I remember what this
just so that Dina can feel like his counterspell failed anyway.
one. You may want to reconsider that.
Mm,
So you do remember this one.
Uh-oh.
This is the effect that you had, I think actually last time we played, where you, had a couple, statistics switch on you. Or change up on you.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So would you like that to continue to happen? Because you do have the choice of allowing it to happen or not. Since you saved on the effect.
Sure.
Okay. Then I need you to roll me I need you to roll me a d6, a d4, and then another d6.
Wisdom to
Well, I'll change it. I'll change it.
Constitution. Okay.
We have just so that I don't mess anything up because I have it written down on how it works. Okay. So you lose.
Oh my god.
Okay. Your character sheet has been updated then.
So, do I gain HP again?
Oh, right, that isn't a thing that kind of happens, and technically, yes. So
Oh,
you
Lord.
would gain... it changed up enough to change by 1. So you would gain... They are.
Oh wow. I got 45 HP!
Alright. Your effect
Wow.
goes off. You guys watch as Katya...
I
loses
feel
that-
hardier.
loses a little bit of that twinkle in their eye, but appears to be a little more sturdy.
Weird. I feel like I could take on anything now. But I don't know anything about magic here.
You don't know anything about magic?
Well, I was trying to detect magic, but somehow it failed.
I thought you, being Cardin, I thought you meant you just aren't able to use magic anymore.
Maybe, I don't know. I just tried to use detect magic and
magic.
what? Why not?
I point to the bag.
Oh. Right. Fair enough. Then you detect magic.
I don't know that one.
Valinar?
I don't think so.
Can Cardin try to ritual cast it?
What?
I'm joking.
Sure, go for it.
I don't know
You said-
detect magic. What are you talking about?
I know you sit down and you begin to draw in the dirt.
Yeah.
Nothing
yeah,
happens.
exactly.
Card, what are you doing?
I'm trying to ritual. I'm trying to cast detect magic because you want it done so badly.
That's not how spellcasting works.
Well, I don't know how you do all this shit. I just watch.
I mean, doing better than some of the magics I've seen.
Was that a jab at me?
I mean, you're the one who's asking if it did.
Clarification. I can learn detect magic, I just don't have it right now.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
I can learn it if I would have taken the original. Not original, but my original idea.
What?
What?
Oh, nothing. I was just saying I could have had detect magic if I used my original idea.
Oh.
Your character.
Well,
Well,
then what are we going to do? How are we going to
Um,
tackle this situation?
Let's
You guys
knock.
I
Standing
knock
outside
on
the
the
abode.
door.
you. No response.
I knock harder.
Boom, boom, boom,
Maybe
boom.
they just didn't hear.
Fine knock.
Make a strength check.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. You kind of boom, 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 and when you're done hammering the door kind of just on the ground.
Damn it! Not again!
I'll pay for the door this time.
Yeah, you better.
I just put like 3 coins on the door.
You just set down 3. What coin? Gold pieces?
Oh, gold coin.
Okay. You set down 3 gold pieces on the door. Still no response though from the interior.
Can Cardin sneakily pick up the 3 gold pieces?
Sleight of hand. No. Literally everybody sees you go to do it.
Hey, why are you
Don't you
taking the
touch this.
coins that I gave you the door?
Well, I
Put 'em
mean,
back.
it's not doing the door any good.
No, put them back on the door right now.
I put them back on the door.
Thank you.
Okay.
Etiquette 101.
As you bust down the door.
I put 3 coins on the door. It is all forgiven.
Okay. What are you guys gonna do inside? Or now that the door is open, what would you guys like to do?
I would like to investigate the inside of the.
I want to cast detect magic.
I want to investigate too.
Alright, so those of you who would like to roll investigation, go ahead and do so.
Can I try
I'll-
and intimidate the room to tell me where everything is?
No.
I don't think that's how that works. Gosh dang it.
12.
7.
Wow. Natural 20 from John. Alright, so we have John with a natural 20, Valinar with a 7, Arden with an 11, Enoch with a 16, and Katya with a 12. Okay. Everybody discovers that this is a small house. It is a 3-room house with a kitchen, a bedroom, and a storage area. Not including the outhouse out back. You guys enter the storage area, and there doesn't seem to be anything weird here and inside the house. Excuse me. The house itself is, plain. There is bare minimum of furniture. It is very clear that only one person is living here. There is a low number of there's a low amount of food here that is being stored in the cupboards and cabinets and stuff like that. The bed has been dressed and made for what appears to be one person. There doesn't seem to be any kind of hidden nooks or crannies inside the house. Inside the storage area, there's extra blankets and pillows. There seems to be some extra and spare what appears to be traveling clothes. You're not sure where the clothes are from, as they could be local, but you're not sure. But they were, in a storage area. That is basically what... Oh, and then the outhouse is a regular old shitter. Everybody except for John. John, when you're looking in the room, in the outhouse, there's something that bothers you.
What bothers me?
There's a rubber floor mat
Oh,
the bottom-
gross.
at the bottom of the essentially the toilet, kind of right
I
in
wouldn't
front
have
of it.
gone with that choice, but okay.
What would you have gone with then?
Well, now that no, continue. Sorry. Wait, what is it? Rubber.
It's like a rubber floor mat that
floor mat. Yeah, I would not
yeah,
guess that.
that kind of sits kind of in the like where you would walk in and stand in the outhouse. and then there's the pot and stuff like that for the rest of the place. But the rubber mat seems out of place, and you kind of
Out of place how?
like
Nobody would pick that for that spot, or like out of place like there could be something under it.
more like it's too clean.
Okay. Too
Ew.
clean.
Okay.
For such a disgusting area.
Yeah, for literally a shitty place. There it seems too
Okay, I'm glad
clean.
you made that joke instead of me.
So kind of with like your great sword, you kind of just push it aside, and
Okay.
you actually reveal a small trap door underneath this rug, essentially.
Ew.
That's good
I-
because I was gonna ask to use my great sword, so that works out perfectly.
I would not want to go down there.
I do. Wait, no, it's small. Will I fit?
You guys gathered that you would fit. It would take a little bit
Okay.
of maneuvering for you and Valinar, who are wearing armor, but you would fit.
Okay.
Are you wanting to attempt to open it?
Hell yeah.
Okay. It is
It
locked.
probably smells like shit.
Yes,
It
but
appears-
adventure is out there. Damn it.
It appears to be locked from the inside.
Not for long, just like bash it.
Bash it. Okay, go ahead and make a strength or an athletics check. I think they might be the same. Regardless,
Yeah, I think they are.
17. Okay, you kind of like trying to get it to open, but it is very tough. It's
This is a tough one.
It is definitely. It seems to be reinforced with something else. You're not sure
Hey.
what.
Hey, do any of you guys like know how to either pick a lock or maybe there might be like magic involved, but like we need to open this because I want to see what's down in this trap door.
Well, if someone would let me use detect magic, I could determine if it's magically sealed. Or I could just try blasting it with Eldritch Blast.
I'm just gonna try and kick the door.
Yeah,
You're gonna try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Okay, it's more of a stomp, but go ahead and make for you it'd be athletics because that's the one you're better at.
Yeah.
Oh!
Can I-
Nine.
Stomp so he gets the advantage.
Unfortunately, that is something you have to declare before the roll.
Damn it.
Yeah.
And you're having about as much luck as John there, Cardin. Actually, less so. Kind of embarrassed by it at this point.
Yeah, Cardin is extremely embarrassed. I am extremely embarrassed by this.
At this, I grab the bag that has my skeleton, and I have my zombie, and I walk out the door. Okay, you guys can have fun. Bye! I'm staying out here.
Is there a torch nearby?
Well,
like, do we
Well, it's
have
an outhouse.
torches?
There's really only there's really only room for one person at a time.
Why do you need a torch when you got a firebolt? And I throw it at the door.
Firebolt, cantrip. Okay, you shoot down.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have to roll to hit that?
It's the floor. I don't know. I'm pretty good at hitting
go
nothing.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Ugh.
12? 12 will hit the floor.
Okay. I was worried. Well, like a 12 will hit me.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
This is the fun part. 13 points of fire.
You can see that it hits the essentially the wooden floor, and it begins to burn a little bit along the wood. But you notice that there is an arcane presence that prevents the wood from being burnt or destroyed.
Oh, it would appear to be magically sealed then. Valinar,
All right. Spell magic.
your turn.
Dispel magic?
Yep.
Okay. You cast Dispel Magic. And you... what level is Dispel Magic?
3.
Third? Okay, yeah. The spell... from what you can tell, the spell is, dissipated.
Cool.
Okay, let me try burning it again.
Or you could just open it.
Oh. Really?
You reach... Yeah, it... Basically, you put any pressure on it now and it falls open.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh, well, look at that! It worked!
I called it D-Knock, like, hey, are you sure you don't want to, like, come down the trap door with us? We got it open.
Did he explode yet?
Who explode?
I'm
Exploded.
fine, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, Katya's fine, I think.
Well, as
Yeah,
far
I
as
am.
My zombie pokes his head in. Okay, he hasn't exploded yet. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then I come in the door.
Alright, you head back. You guys are wanting to descend, the trap door here?
I say John should go first. And Carden can stomp on him if you can't fit.
Sure.
Okay.
For the sake of brevity, everybody can make it down the hole. It does take a little bit of doing, again, for John and Valinar, but everybody does make it.
I
What
have
does it
my-
like?
I would like everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, though, as you guys drop through this hole, as there is not a ladder.
Oh, there we go. There's a 20.
16.
Okay, that's going to be interesting. Because I was trying to say.
What do you
No.
What do you need? I was gonna say I was gonna let you speak after everybody rolled. What did you want to do?
Well, the thing is, I want to have my zombie climb on my back.
Oh,
So you want him to carry? You want to carry it?
That's. You see, I was going to go through with it if I had said it. But now that you give me that option, I don't want to do it.
Well, what would D-Knock do?
damn.
Well, here's the thing. If it was a ladder, he would have gone through with it.
Okay, there is not a ladder. That much I will say. There is not a ladder.
Okay, then he asked one of the guys down there who's already landed, please catch the zombie.
Oh no.
Okay.
Catch
All
him.
right. So, real quick, what was the order in which you guys descended?
I was first.
John, okay, with a 14, you fall and you land, and real quick, kind of look around. It was about a 20-foot drop. It went pretty much straight down. You would know that you're actually deeper than the city's original sewer system design. In theory, this tunnel shouldn't exist.
Oh, shit.
You kind of step
Literally.
forward and out of the way a little bit. Who was the next one to fall down the hole?
Carden.
Arden? Yeah.
Makes
You take 2 points. Carden, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall and twist your ankle.
Ooh.
Ouch.
I'm already down to 43 HP and we haven't even entered combat.
Sorry! God damn it.
I lay hands on Carden.
Okay.
By the way, I just
Roll
realized
the
I
hit.
never rolled my dexterity.
I know
Wait,
you
roll
haven't
the
been,
hit?
you haven't gone. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh. I was like, where do I hit him?
Smack!
Okay.
You're good now.
You're wanting somebody to catch your zombie, right?
Yes.
All right. Does anybody want to attempt to catch his zombie? Valinar and Katya, you both are fine with a 20 and a 16. on your dexterity check, so you guys are also down there.
I'm
I'll
not
catch
catching him.
Who? Anybody want to catch him?
Me.
Enoch is asking you to. Oh, John. Okay,
Yes.
go ahead and roll a. Go ahead and roll a strength save, and roll a dexterity save for the zombie.
Dex
Enoch.
save, zombie roll.
Yep.
Oh.
Wow.
All right.
He
Good
was
job.
bit by the zombie.
Both you and the zombie take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as the zombie lands on you, and you kind of misjudged it a little bit, and it kind of like smacks its skull into your own.
Ooh.
It hurt. All is left is you now, Denock.
All right. Hey, Carden,
Yeah,
can you catch me?
sure. Carden moves to catch him.
Yeah, make a strength save, Carden.
18.
Okay. You managed to catch him. No issue. No damage there, Denock. And you guys are in this subterranean tunnel.
I should have asked somebody to catch me.
Unsure.
Also, is it dark in the tunnel?
It is.
Light.
Not anymore. Light.
Light illuminates the area around you. It is a tunnel that seems to be fairly dark.
What does it smell like?
Well, it's bright now. It smells like earth. It does not smell terrible. I mean, it smells like dirt, maybe some wet dirt.
Okay.
And the tunnel actually begins leading inward towards what would be the heart of the city. From where you guys are, what is the range on the light cantrip?
Ooh, let me check that.
40 feet?
There you go. 20. Well, technically
20 and then dim for 20
Or no,
bright,
20,
20
so
dim.
40.
Yeah.
So,
Why is it-
but your dark vision is 60 feet. Well, Denox and John's is.
I have dim
you-
light vision.
Yeah, it means
Now.
you can see in the light. So you two, John and Denock, you guys begin to look past where the light kind of begins to fade out. And probably about 60 feet or so down this tunnel, you actually see another door.
Huh.
There doesn't seem to be anything else down this tunnel until you get to that door, probably 60 feet or so. And it does slightly lower, on like a decline as you guys get closer and closer to the door. You guys approach the door.
Slowly and carefully.
Yeah.
Careful. It could be trapped.
Meh.
Oh boy.
Can I, well, actually, can I just use, like, danger sense to see if it's trapped?
Make an investigation check.
12.
It be locked, yo.
It's locked. This door is locked, y'all.
Is it magically locked again?
Carden has no idea. He has not tried to open the door other than turning the knob.
I only have one more level 3 spell left. Got ya.
But you guys don't have to dispel magic on every object you find just because it's a door. You could attempt to open it. You could attempt to pick it. You could attempt to break it down.
It's worked twice now.
Cardin's gonna try and break it down because that's what Cardin does to lock doors.
Sure, roll athletics.
And unlock doors.
Athletics.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, you Sparta kick the door open. And
Oh, that works.
inside the room,
I
as
just.
you,
D-Knock just like cringes.
nothing happens. Inside the room, however, you guys see this, and I'll actually move over to what.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, damn it.
Give me 1 second here as I pull you
Do
guys
I know
onto
what
the
this
map
is?
as well.
Tenebris.
I will give you guys information in a moment. There's Cardin. We got you have Zombo left over.
Sorry.
And I'll let you guys kind of rearrange as you need, or as you see fit. This is just kind of what I'm doing for the point of what is going on, basically.
Whoa.
go with that.
Whoa. That works.
So, you guys enter this room. Inside, you guys see a large stone. That is the very first thing you see, kind of in the center of this room. The entire room seems to be carved rock. But the far side, you see a table or a workbench. Maybe you see different instruments and different utensils on it. You see a lot of paper and ink even. You have this large, like I said, stone slab in the center that seems to be in the center of what appears to be a large pentagram. There seems to be dried blood both on the slab and on the lines in the pentagram itself. On the roof of the cave, maybe 30 feet above you, you can see what looks to be an anchor and a rope dangling from the ceiling. Coming down to maybe about 5 to 10, maybe 5 to 8 feet before the stone slab. And on the far side, kind of off to the right, you see what appears to be another door. And there is currently nobody in the room. And that's where we're going to end the session tonight. It is after midnight. It is after midnight. Technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know it's not as long as we always have done, but it's a little bit of a kind of a.
It's a good transition point.
It's a good place to. Yeah, it's a little bit of a cliffhanger, but it's a little bit but it's also a. You're here. There's not a whole lot in this room that you can really do at the moment.
Watch me.
Oh, I am so prepared for everything you guys are about to do. So, all right, we made it through a paragraph and a half. Awesome.
What?
Oh, you were gone for that. I told the group I had an entire page of information that I had prepared for tonight, and you guys had made it through basically not even a paragraph at that point in time, by the time we took our break.
Oh my god.
Yep.
You mean this entire session was supposed to be just... We did a paragraph and a half. I have written like 4 paragraphs of notes from that.
Yeah. I anticipated you guys being here where you currently are before we took our break.
Oh.
I mean, for the record, how long did we spend just kind of doing nonsense?
Yeah. I get
Yeah.
Feeding the masses.
Anyway.
To be fair, we are generous heroes.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't exactly generous. That was completely bland food I created out of the air.
Hey, it's good for them.
Yeah.
It's good quality for them. Like
All right, we
They
will
don't
pick
get
it up
food.
here next week. No issues. And if we have any kind of issues, anything that we kind of run into, I will make sure to announce it on Twitter before we stream on next Friday. We will also have. We will also make sure to. Wow, my brain just completely farted. We'll pick it up here next week. Like I said, hopefully nothing to do. And we'll make sure to get these up on YouTube for the Big Ripper YouTube channel as soon as possible. And yeah, like I said, if follow me on Twitter, that'll be where I make announcements on whether or not we stream or we have to postpone. As I said at the beginning of the stream, with a newborn, things are kind of up in the air, and we're going to be playing it by ear for the time being. So, thanks, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. Hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I'm hoping that we are able to keep doing this on a regular basis. I'm having a lot of fun. And I hope you guys are as well. If you guys are not at any point in time, please let me know, and we'll make sure to address that. Also, chat, if you guys aren't having fun either, say something. We'll find something interesting to keep you guys entertained.
like breaking down doors when we definitely don't need to.
Yeah. Also,
How many doors? We've broke like 4 doors in this session.
Yeah. Also, I feel kind of bad for you, John, because when you rolled that strength check to break the trap door, the DC was a 20, so you were 3 off.
Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was sealed with magic, and that increased the DC. So...
That door will be hearing from my lawyer.
Is that the name of your greatsword?
Ooh.
I like that.
That is a...
Gonna lure them up, lure them out. Fuck it.
That's what usually happens. Is I'll be just be like, "Fuck it."
All right.
Fuck it.
Anyway, guys,
don't work.
thank you guys again for stopping by, and hopefully we'll see you guys all next week. Until then, take care, stay safe. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.